So explain to people who are watching why, for example, people now have to, let's say, not produce as much food in certain areas because restaurants aren't open, or places like McDonald's don't have as much traffic as they used to. How has this changed the food distribution and manufacturing business?
Well, I mean, there's been a significant shift, as you would imagine, from food service to retail. And with restaurants, quick serve and white tablecloth and fast casual, all the different categories have been significantly impacted by stay-at-home orders. I would say this, that the orders for food service in the first 3 weeks, let's go back to March 1st, showed significant declines. There has been subtle increases in the last 3 weeks because I think number one is restaurants are getting used to whether it's curbside pickup or home delivery, takeout, whatever forms it may take. I think number two, consumers are getting used to it and becoming more comfortable with the idea of I can't go to my favorite restaurant, so I will allow, I'll have them, I'll do whether it's Uber Eats or one of the DoorDash or one of the services that can deliver to me, or sometimes the restaurants are delivering themselves. So the shift from food service to retail has been substantial. And you could then start to talk about, okay, are people eating the same amounts of calories when they're stay at home and using consuming shelf stable foods versus going out? The fact is, as you know from going to restaurants, portions are significant. And so whereas they may not be eating all of the portions, the volumes tend to be larger in food service than they do in retail. But the nature of the way Americans consume their food absolutely has changed dramatically in the last 2 months.
I think I just read that the average person in the United States eats roughly 5 meals a week outside of their home historically, and now it's maybe just one or two. So people are eating more at home, and I guess if you're eating more at home, you're cooking more at home. And is it a different type of packaging that you need for producing food for people that are going to eat at home as opposed to selling it to restaurants or places like McDonald's?
It is because you're selling more individual packaging when you're cooking at home or smaller packaging as opposed to a McDonald's or a quick serve restaurant or they may buy like bulk packages of eggs that they can use or maybe they're prepared eggs and so for sure the volumes that you see at the retail level are smaller or portion sizes I should say. The good news and as I mentioned we had the beef facility that was closed and it's reopened is we had closed a couple of our egg facilities since we are an egg supplier to various restaurants, quick serve restaurants around the country. And we have ramped up capacity in the last couple of weeks as we've seen examples of demand coming back, as I referred to. So, but the packaging, to your point, is you might buy at a restaurant or a McDonald's or a quick serve restaurant, they might buy a package of, say, 100 eggs that have been shelled already to have in storage or for that day's cooking. You're not going to see that at home cooking, obviously.